Teen Grind, how you living? It's the Deundre the Kid, and I am back with another video to pretty much keep up with my Draytober thing going on. Well, I'm trying to release a video every day up until my birthday. But you find my channel first time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share your social medias. All my social medias in the description below. Hey yo, and also if you can donate to the channel. If you can't donate to the channel, just hit the subscribe button and help me get monetized and keep watching the videos. Alright, this video is gonna be like another hip-hop related video. On this video right here, this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for the longest, and that is hip-hop fans. Well, I don't want to say the other word because they trip about the other word, but hip-hop fans need to stop with these made-up rules. There are several made-up rules in hip-hop. These rules are not there to try to gatekeep hip hop, which I'm okay with, and try to make the betterment of the genre. It's not for that. These rules are pretty much for fans to protect their favorite artists. I'm gonna get into a few of these made up rules. The first one I'm gonna talk about is this rule right here. I cannot stand this rule. This rule is, if it didn't affect your career, then it didn't count. What I mean by that is basically when two rappers have a battle, of course you're gonna feel like one artist got the better of another artist, but their fan base would be like, well, that wasn't a loss because it didn't affect his career. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know how many legendary hip hop battles went on in hip hop? And you talk about because their careers wasn't affected, it didn't count. Let me give you some examples. By that logic, Benny Siegel versus Jadakiss did not count. LL Cool J versus Kool Moe Dee did not count. Joyner Lucas versus Tory Lanez did not count. Just to name a few of them. This rule was created to protect rappers such as 50 Cent and Eminem. This rule was really made to protect them, because when you have a debate about rap battles, a rap battle that most people feel like 50 Cent lost was against Jadakiss, but his stands, I shouldn't even say it, but forget, I already said it, but his stands be like, no man, it didn't count because his career was affected by it. What do you mean? What do you mean it didn't count? They had a back and forth. Jadakiss got the better of him. You just don't want to say that. Same thing with Eminem. If you say Eminem lost about it, no man, it didn't count. It didn't count. Yes, it did count. It counted. Alright, let me get on to this other rule. Rule number 2. Calling out hypocrisy. And the thing about this rule is this. They'll call out somebody else's hypocrisy, but then when their favorite rapper is guilty of doing the same thing, or being okay with somebody doing the same thing, supporting somebody else doing it, that the fans don't want to call out. Let me say this for example, like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, and yes, I had Kendrick Lamar winning that battle. But the thing about it is, Kendrick Lamar talked about keeping the family way, about keeping the family way, about hitting women and PDF all this, but Dr. Dre, his mentor, was also accused of the same thing, but people don't like to talk about that, because people like Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre brought you Eminem, he brought you 50 Cent, he was part of NWA, he had a bunch of legendary collabs, so they don't want to talk about it. But if you're gonna call out somebody else's hypocrisy, you gotta call out somebody else. You gotta talk about somebody doing one thing, but you can't. But you gotta call out somebody else who doing the same thing, or they supporting it. That's a contradiction. That's hypocritical. Another rule of hip hop that people need to stop saying: "Oh, if you're not a lyricist, then you're not good." Like, what are you talking about? Go listen to hip hop before lyricism got big. It was all type of deep soulful records about coming up from the struggle. There was also party records and all that. So all this whole notion that if it's not lyrical, it's not good. Or if it's not gangster rap, it's not good. That's not a real thing, because the music still got to be good. You can be lyrical and still make bad music. You follow me? You can be lyrical and still make bad music. You can make gangster rap but still be bad music. Any day, the music gotta hit. It doesn't matter if it's a party song, it still gotta hit. It don't matter if it's a love song, it still gotta hit. Doesn't matter. It still has to hit. The music itself still gotta be good. Lyricism is only one portion of it. You gotta have good beat selection. You gotta have a catchy hook. You gotta know how to put it. You know how to structure a verse. You gotta know how to put everything together or to make a cohesive and good song. Excuse me. A cohesive and a good song. So to say that, oh, you gotta be lyrical and be good, no, that's not true. You can just be an everyday average artist. You can have a good flow, good delivery, and all that. And long as you know how to put a song together, and do it on a consistent basis, you are a good artist. Number 4, let's talk about record sales. Me personally, I don't like to too much count record sales, because you can have a mediocre or a bad album and it go platinum or gold. So that don't necessarily mean your album was good, in my opinion. But here's the thing about record sales. People like to count like certain people record sales, but they don't want to count nobody else's. Like, for example, people might count like Jay-Z record sales, but if somebody bring up the fact, oh, Lil Bow Wow was selling just as much as he was at one point in time, they'd be like, man, that don't count. That don't count because he a teeny bopper rapper. It don't count. But you want to count Jay-Z's record sales. And that's the whole thing about record sales. Like, that's another reason why they want to say, oh, Eminem's the best rapper of all time. Look at his record sales. Okay, by that logic, this is not the current top 10 best selling rappers, but one point in time, the highest selling rappers was Eminem, Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj. The moment you say them 3 names right there, you be like, no, man, they don't count. They don't count. I don't count them as rappers. Nah. They rap. They selling records. Keep that same energy. You gonna count Eminem's record sales, you gotta count their record sales. All that, they're not real rappers. Nah, I'm not trying to hear that. They rap too. So that's just pretty much this little short video right now. And also, like, the verses will be out not the verses. The album for album will be back tomorrow. I'm still listening to some of the music. So once they're done, I will do the live stream. The live stream going down tomorrow. But that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it on social medias. Remember, ever since grind season, underground takeover, man. Let's get it.